Documents reveal new details about the 5-year-old child shot last week in the Hollygrove neighborhood.
According to an arrest warrant for the child's father, it was a 7-year-old who pulled the trigger. From the arrest warrant affidavit, we've learned that at least 3 children were at the home of 32-year-old Kyle Charles last Wednesday when a gunshot injured the 5-year-old boy. Police say a 6-year-old witnessed the shooting and told investigators that a 7-year-old took a gun from a safe in Charles's room and shot the 5-year-old. The victim's mother tells Fox 8 the wounded child was treated at the hospital and released to her care Saturday. She says she was not there when the shooting occurred. Police reported an extensive criminal history, several outstanding warrants, and an open felony drug charge for Charles. When they searched the home, police say they found the safe in Charles's bedroom with 3 handguns, ammunition, and drugs. 2 of the weapons were reported as stolen. Charles was arrested on the day of the shooting on an outstanding domestic abuse warrant. The following day, he was booked with firearm and drug charges. His bond was set last week at $275,000.